be problems depending on that. You know, maybe some attorney would tell me different, and I still wouldn't believe it.
I think everyone in the room agrees you had a very difficult job, and I think that you probably did struggle with it, and I think everyone would also probably agree that you did spend a lot of time looking into it. The point remains, you misrepresented, the election committee misrepresented to everyone in this room that we were able to vote for a person that all along you knew that you were inspecting and may not be qualified. So we had an election, almost 1,000 people voted for the same person. And to me, that's pretty overwhelming that 1,000 votes are being negated and people are now sitting on the board who obtained less than half of that same number of votes. So I understand your concerns about you feel that the election committee had information that was misrepresented. But you misrepresented to over 4,000 property owners, and you don't seem to have an answer for that, and that is a very big concern.
Okay, I do have a little bit of an answer, and I appreciate that you're asking really good questions. So here's the deal: is faced with, let's say, a few days prior to the election, we're forced to look at this and say, okay, where could this go? You know, at that point, there's also a dilemma. Do we notify through Facebook or bulletin boards or just whatever, any other way, or even the county newspapers, that there's a change to the ballot? And so you end up getting 300, maybe 350 people that are in the know about a change. You know, there were 3,400 ballots mailed out. And so you end up with a few hundred that are in the know if we notify, all right, versus another 3,000 people that would not know. And at that point, we decided we would have to let it sit, because that was the only way to be as fair as possible to all of the people that received ballots.
Did you obtain legal advice to take that course of action, or was this just an arbitrary decision?
Okay, actually, I did talk to the attorney, the Goose Creek attorney, about that, and it was
Zello's attorney?
You know, he agreed too, and you know, and attorneys will always basically say, well, here are your two choices. Okay, typically we'll never say you got to do this, you got to do that, but he also felt that it was a bad dilemma, it was a bad situation, and the way we did it was probably the best way to be fair to all 3,400 ballots that got sent out. By the way, of 3,400 ballots that get sent out, they're right at 1,200 that get mailed back in, so we're at about a 35% response rate. Yes, and could I get, and I should have asked you because you had really good questions, but when you stand up, if you could give your name and plot lot number that you
I turned it off.
My name is David Nocky, and I live up on the Iroquois, Plat 5. And my question, has this issue been resolved from this man?
Nope.
Or is it still an issue? If it's not still an issue, then I see why he didn't set up.
I agree.
And believe it or not, I thank you for the question. I was in conversation with the Ernsts all the way up through Wednesday of this week. Our meeting was scheduled for Wednesday evening. They did send me and I actually said, this is last Saturday I'm talking to the Ernsts, and said, get me a contract from a septic tank inspection/repair guy. And say, at this point, I am kind of saying a little bit more than just the inspection, by the way. I'm saying, get me a contract that indicates that you are getting this fixed, which means a signed contract through a septic service contractor that says that they will make the repairs, make the repairs and bring the septic system up to standard, all right? On Tuesday, they sent me a contract that basically had a scope of work that certain repairs, pieces were gonna be replaced. And I took the liberty of going ahead and calling the contract, because it wasn't what I was asking for and it wasn't signed. But I did call the contractor up, and they seem to be very reputable. Unfortunately, it wasn't gonna be scheduled until next week. And I still didn't have any kind of a commitment that it was actually any problems with the system that were determined after the pieces were replaced were gonna be brought up to standard. So I did not get what I needed by the time we had to make a decision. I do believe we're on track. I do believe, I think within a couple more months, they'll probably have it fixed.
Yes,
Scott.
I'm coming up.
This one is a joke.
She stays calm. I hope she stays calm. I hope she stays calm.
Can't hear you.
I think it's 2546. Anyway. When we bought our lot, oh, sorry, I'm Michelle Ernst. When we bought our lot, we bought it from Ron White. We have a guarantee that actually is stamped and filed with the county that it will pass inspection. If we get an inspection and it passes according to what everybody wants us to do, then according to the state of Missouri, the only way to actually pressure test your field is to actually live in your house for 90 days, or 60 days, sorry, 60 days. First of all, I'm not gonna get a test for somebody and have it waived, as they're saying. I do have a contractor coming. We waited for months for Ron White to come out. He finally came out, we asked. Then we had another contractor that was supposed to come out, waited for 3 weeks. The guy comes out, looks and goes, "This is the wrong system. This is not the system that I work on. You need to call so-and-so." So we called them. They finally come out, they look at it, and it's Monday or Tuesday, they said they were gonna come back Friday. Then Friday, call, they're coming back the next week. Then they were supposed to come back Friday of this past week, but rain. So now we're set for Monday. So it is going to be fixed. I have a guarantee. I want it done correctly, because the water that's below that, I want to be in. My dogs are in it. I want to be in it. I don't want, stuff floating in it. And the water that they have the pictures running around is actually rainwater. It's below our hill, and I'll show you guys, and they actually know it's rainwater. They were told while they were standing there that it's rainwater.
By
And
you.
then-
Only by you.
Oh, and yeah, because you were trespassing.
I was on your property at the time.
Yeah, you were trespassing. You were told that you were
I
trespassing.
visually seen it,
It's water. Did you see anything leaking in it?
and I also
Did
asked.
you see anything running around in
The
it?
septic man that was pumping it,
It's
I
water.
said, "Is that rainwater?" And he said,
Rainwater.
"Is your smeller broke? That's shit."
No, it's not shit. That is rainwater. You can say whatever you want to. That was actually rainwater. Straight up, sorry.
Then I asked
The
him,
one right above it was empty.
I also asked him at the time, I don't need that time. I also asked him at the time, "Have you been here before to do this?" And he said, "Yes, I have."
Yeah, because
So
we
the
had
septic
it,
is
because
Is
when,
it?
that
It's been
septic
used.
was open for
For
years.
2 years, it's been used. You had plenty of time to get that fixed or to get it fixed.
It's the guarantee that it's gonna pass. Who guaranteed that? That's my question.
Ron White.
Ron White's not certified to do that.
Ron-
No,
No,
he
Ron
is
White's
not.
gonna have to pay for it.
Ron White lost
Think
his
about it.
license in
No,
2008.
he has to pay for it.
Ron White
He
lost
has
his
to pay
license
for
in
it.
2008 to inspect or
And you
install.
are an inspector? You're
No,
a
I am
licensed
not.
inspector? No, you're not.
I'm an
Okay, so-
installer. I'm a state licensed installer.
Good, and you're not an inspector.
No, I am not.
That was actually rainwater that was.
I've
in
never
that.
seen brown rainwater ever in my life.
That was a.
And just to let you know, you had 1,000 gallons of rainwater that was
Exactly, I
overflowing in
know.
your tank.
And you know what? It scared the shit out of me too, because the guy, we were
It
looking at the
smelled like
one
shit
that's
to
supposed
me.
to come before it. There's one that goes up the top. That last one was absolutely bone dry. The guy and I stood there and we're like, we don't even have to look at the one down there. There's nothing in it. This one is bone dry, absolutely bone dry. We walked down there and opened the top of it and I'm like, where the hell did that come from?
Bone dry.
So, yes.
You guys, here's the deal, is I do believe, I'm talking to Chapman and Sons, the contractor that's coming this next week, that there are certain things that will be repaired, and I do believe an inspection will occur next week. However, that doesn't mean that, I mean, this is something that I have worked on with Jay for really from the very beginning of August up until just this last Wednesday. And I don't mind doing the work, but it was a lot of work. It was a lot of minutes and hours that went into it. And at this point, the election committee is standing firm on, not this time, maybe next year. Get this thing cleaned up. He can run next year. But
How come you're not recording now?
it is.
How come you're not recording now?
We are, Mike.
Okay.
What?
Well, she's not.
Can't hear you.
I was giving to her whole.
He is on the ballot.
Yeah, things.
So he got on the ballot. He was certified to be on the ballot. He was vetted.
By false pretense.
Then everybody, he got 996 votes. 996 votes out there. There was only right around 2,000, I think, altogether that came in. So if they want to say that he is disqualified, they technically, according to the covenants, have to let him be a trustee first, and then they have to try and vote him out with 997 votes. That's
How
the
long has this been
covenants.
going on?
That's the covenants.
How long has it taken to resolve this issue?
Oh,
When did
this
it
has
start?
been a mess.
When did
They
it
have
start?
been coming after us since we exposed. And by the way, Zola, have you had your inspection yet? Yes. 2016. Zola, have you had your inspection yet on yours?
You haven't been able to get it fixed since 2016?
They're not using it.
Building the house.
That's what I was gonna ask you if I could, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Help me understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Do I get this fixed?
Our second tank that had the rainwater in it, you're welcome to come look at it. It's
Oh, I believe it.
Property was purchased in 2016.
Yes.
Is there
Why
a
is that
reason?
sewer guy not here
Well, first off,
stating
I'll
that too,
explain.
though?
We
He
all
should be
know
here.
that a permit
Because they're saying they
is
talked to him,
always
so that's
separate from
bullshit.
inspection.
Get him on the
So
phone.
Selma and anybody.
You know what I mean?
No,
The sewer guy that knows it's
inspections
rainwater.
on the permit, on the approved permit.
But the inspection, I'm asking you, all I need to,
So?
just so it clarifies what I'm thinking.
He's an
For
inspector,
the
isn't he?
last 2 years.
Is he an
we have
inspector?
Never had an inspection on
Oh,
that
okay.
septic.
So,
No, the actual pumps
That's
were
what I-
stolen.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to understand. If there was never an inspection done, you can't compare the inspection to the permit because the permit's totally separate.
But on the actual permit, it
Yeah,
states
especially a little bit for 60 days.
about the inspection.
I read that.
And the